What if I told you that your reliance on motivation is the exact reason you're still standing in the same place you were a year ago? Most people are currently stuck in a cycle of waiting to feel ready, trapped by the deception that they need a surge of excitement to start their transformation. But at StickSoul, we understand the brutal truth. Motivation is a feeling that fades when the weather gets cold or the work gets hard, whereas momentum is a psychological engine that builds itself. While everyone else is planning big goals and new dreams, 90% of them will fail because they chose comfort over consistency the moment the hype died down. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 tiny habits backed by psychology and experts like Stephen Covey that build 10x more momentum than motivation ever could. These are rituals so small they feel too tiny to matter, yet they are the exact things that will make you unrecognizable by 2026. Stay until the very end because the 7th habit is the identity pivot, the secret reason why some people grow while others stay stuck in the same stress and routine year after year. Habit number 1 is the 2-minute movement rule. Science shows that the hardest part of any task is simply starting because the brain resists big, intimidating goals. Instead of trying to run a marathon, commit to moving your body for just 2 minutes. Stretch, do 5 push-ups, or simply walk around your room. This works because motion creates emotion. The physical act of moving signals your brain to wake up naturally, increasing blood flow and oxygen to your mind. Most of the time, those 2 minutes of movement trick your brain into a 20-minute flow, turning a small physical win into deep mental discipline. Habit number 2 is the 10-page wisdom download. Books are like time machines that allow you to download a lifetime of someone else's wisdom in minutes. Most people say they don't have time to read, yet they find hours to scroll through content that teaches them nothing. 10 pages a day does not feel heavy, so your brain doesn't resist it, but it compounds into 15 books a year. This quietly upgrades how you think, speak, and understand the world without the pressure of a perfect study schedule. Habit number 3 is the Stephen Covey anchor, sharpening the saw. As Covey famously noted, effectiveness isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more. Highly effective people don't just grind until they burn out. They stop to invest in their saw, their body, mind, and soul. This means taking a silent walk for 10 minutes every day without a podcast, music, or phone. In a world that is constantly loud, silence becomes your superpower. It is the space where clarity is born and problems untangle on their own. Habit number 4 is the 3-1-1 planning pillar. Most students and professionals wake up behind, letting notifications and other people's priorities decide their day. Instead, spend just 5 minutes every night writing down 3 high-value tasks, 1 growth task, and 1 maintenance task. When you wake up with a blueprint, your energy goes into action instead of decision-making, allowing you to act with clarity instead of chaos. Habit number 5 is the digital sunset. Science-backed research proves that blue light from screens blocks melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it is time to rest. If you use your phone until 2 a.m., your brain thinks it is still daytime, leaving you feeling tired but wired. Set a fixed time every night to put away screens. Reclaim that last hour for reading, journaling, or planning your tomorrow. Not only will you sleep deeper, but you will also wake up without the brain fog that ruins your focus before the day even begins. Habit number 6 is keeping micro-promises. Every time you tell yourself you will do something and then don't, you break your own self-trust. This habit is invisible, but it quietly shapes your entire identity. Start with a promise so small it is impossible to fail, like drinking a glass of water immediately upon waking. Each kept promise builds self-respect, telling your brain, "I'm someone who can be trusted," which eventually makes discipline automatic. Habit number 7, the final and most powerful, is the weekly reflection reset. Most people move through life on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes and wondering why nothing changes. Every Sunday, take 20 minutes to ask what worked, what didn't, what needs to change. Reflection turns experience into wisdom, helping you catch small problems before they become permanent patterns. It shifts your life from something that happens to you into something you intentionally design. Here's the truth. Your future self in 2026 is watching you right now, hoping you don't quit on the boring work that changes everything. Which one of these tiny habits are you starting tomorrow morning? Comment the number below to seal your commitment with the StickSoul community. If this blueprint gave you the clarity you needed, hit the like button and subscribe to join those who choose momentum over motivation. Remember, you don't have to rebuild your life overnight. You just have to rebuild your day, one tiny habit at a time. Analogy for momentum: Think of these habits like snowflakes falling on a mountain. A single flake seems like nothing, it's too small to matter, and it doesn't look impressive. But as you stack them day after day, quietly and consistently, they build into an unstoppable mountain of momentum. While everyone else is planning big goals and new dreams, 90% of them will fail because they chose comfort over consistency the moment the hype died down.